ladies and gentlemen, we're going to 170 pounds now. This is a battle of the RDU. Please bring me to the blue corner, Shayaan Khokhar representing Elevate MMA.
Double tap, kick the outside, kick the path, you're working it. He doesn't work his boxing like, it smokes him up.
Shayaan Khokhar and the Elevate Tribe, a familiar sight here at Fight For It. We've seen this man step into the arena time after time to prove himself here. A 2-3 record. Most of his losses, if not all of his losses, coming by way of split decisions.
One of the nicest guys you will ever meet.
Certainly one of the nicest guys you can meet in the sport. I talked to Trevor about why he thinks that Shayaan has been losing by split decision in fights where he feels like he won.
Bring me to the red corner, representing the Raleigh Institute of Martial Arts, Omar Reade.
And the theory is that Shayaan is a little too footwork heavy, a little bit too switch heavy, and a little bit too movement heavy. So I'm interested to see Shayaan if he can commit to one single stance in this fight and just look to deal damage.
This looks like it's going to be a good one right here. You got two long guys. You know, Shayaan definitely has the kicks, the punches, the foot movement. You know, I really don't know much from Omar. No, I don't know much from him.
Omar Reade is a guy who's a mainstay of that Raleigh kickbox Muay Thai scene. REMA, the Raleigh Institute of Martial Arts, is a mainstay in the striking arts. You know, they've got Ferdinand Goke out of there as well.
Okay.
So he's trained. He's from a great camp. That's what's most important. And, you know, compared to other outings where I've seen him against, like, guys like when he fought against Trevor Hayes' guy, Trey, I can't remember his last name right now, but when he fought against that guy, he didn't look nearly in the kind of shape he looks like now. He looks in such good shape tonight. And in his weigh-in photos, he looked like he was so shredded. So very interested to see what he brings to the table as far as his conditioning and his cardio goes, and if he's got the movement and the footwork to keep up with Shayaan. Because so far, even though Shayaan's lost a few fights, his footwork's been above where most people.
Shayaan looks so much bigger than Omar.
He does look huge.
Physically.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man in charge now is Bill Clancy. Handing it off to you, sir.
Omar and Shayaan do have a lot of fans in the crowd.
Two Raleigh-based guys a long way from home and still got plenty of support out in the crowd. You love to see it.
This is going to be a good one. Round number one, my friend.
Our first fight of the night with two guys that have a lot
Starting off with a heavy leg kick.
Kickboxing experience.
Switch stances already. Shayaan was sticking that jab in his face. Outside leg kick.
Both these guys know that feeling of what it's like to win, and they know what it's like to lose. And they are two very experienced, very well-trained guys.
That was a really good cross to the neck.
Yeah, that was
from Omar. Yeah,
nice shot there. But I also like how Shayaan fired back instantly too and was ready to move on the outside circle.
Nice, good check hook from Shayaan. Very nice.
And you can already see the range, the reach is becoming a factor because that jab.
Oh, nice high kick.
There was some return from Omar, but that just didn't
flew off his headgear on that kick. Oh, answer back. He blocked it, but it kind of went through. Omar really went through that right there. That was nice.
Yeah, it was a big kick.
These guys,
even when you block them, they hurt.
Especially in MMA.
Oh, yes.
It looks to be that Omar is looking for a good counter.
I like that Shayaan is standing and committing to being in front of him instead of trying to move around him the entire fight like we saw in his previous outing.
Cutting off the ring, nice. Good check hook.
Shayaan is definitely in a spot.
He wanted to jump on.
Yeah. Shayaan brawling way more and willing to exchange a little bit more than I've seen him in
Shayaan
previous
has a very,
fights.
ooh, nice cross to the face. Shayaan has a nice traditional Muay Thai stance. A good heavy leg kick.
Yeah, that's one thing I'd like to see more of from Omar is the kicks, because his body is built in a way where he's not going to have the reach advantage on Shayaan, but he does have super long legs. Like, look how much higher his waist is than Shayaan's. He's built a little bit different. Shayaan feels like I feel like he took that round. So, you know, it was close.
That was a very
big
close
shots
round.
from
Anybody
Omar Reade.
kind of took that round right there.
I just feel like there were a lot of really heavy leg strikes and a lot of really heavy shots from Shayaan, and it's good to see that he has changed a little bit about his style to be a little bit more aggressive and be a little bit more of have a little bit more staying power in the pocket.
Shayaan's using his reach really good. It looks like Omar is more of a counter striker. He's waiting for Shayaan to come in, and he's trying to counter off that and use his momentum against him.
And it's so hard to do that and fight that kind of fight when the guy that you're facing has just a little bit, like one boxing glove's reach more than you do, because you feel like, I can get him, I can counter, I can get him, and he's just not there.
Yeah.
And that's what we saw a few times in that last fight, or that last round, which is why I would like barely edge it out for Shayaan in terms of the performance there. He just did a really great job of making him miss without dancing around him, which is what we've seen in the past.
He's a lot more composed in this fight than his other ones.
100%. I just think that was part of it, you know, like the constant moving, the constant stance switching. It looks fancy, but maybe it's just like jitters, you know. Maybe it's just something you do to comfort yourself.
I know, I'm like a freight train, man. When I'm in there, I keep going forward. I know one way. All right, here we go, round number 2.
Omar Reade taking an immediate body kick and then a cross.
Shayaan coming out in a southpaw stance again.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, he's been really committed to that stance this fight, as I mentioned
Good body
earlier,
kick
but he's
from
got
Omar.
a great
Ooh,
orthodox.
inside leg kick from Shayaan. Oh,
And you got to watch out for that switch hook from Shayaan.
kind of peppering him with like a bunch of jabs.
And that's Shayaan's style, but he's delivering the same kind of striking with a different method. You know, instead of circling around you and firing constantly and switching stances from both sides and firing from both sides, I'm gonna walk you down a little bit. I'm gonna get in your face a little bit.
Dude, that can get dangerous right there.
Yeah, I agree. I think that Shayaan's taken a lot of punches that he wouldn't have ever taken in those last couple fights, but because of the risk that he's willing to take, he's looking more like a standout in this fight.
Outside leg kick again from Shayaan.
Because when you fight a really point-based, more style that's based around.
Ooh,
keeping
mean
out.
liver kick right there. That was mean.
Yeah, that was like right on the money too.
That was mean. That dropped his hands a little bit too.
The gas is starting to fade from Omar. It looks
Oh yeah,
like.
you can see it.
I mean, he's so sinewy. I mean, look at all that muscle tissue he's got on his shoulders. He doesn't have any kind of fat, so.
Oh, nice. The belt exchange right there. Oh, stiff jab again. Another outside leg kick.
You know,
Those are going to add up.
I was going to say, Shayaan's taking some blows in these exchanges, but they're mostly to the shoulders and the blocking arms. So they are making some noise, though. Yeah, that's. Go ahead.
Good one. Right down the middle would be nice right there.
Yeah, I was going to say the coaching advice from Omar Reade was Omar Reade's corner was great, which was like just let's stop standing in front of him, you know. So maybe we'll see a little bit more movement from Omar Reade in this third round. I'd say that so far this fight is slowly becoming like more and more Shayaan Khokhar's fight.
Oh, 100%. He's being able to pick him apart right now. What a night of amazing fights so far.
And we're just getting started here, baby.
We
In
sure
Hickory,
are.
we've got a long way to go, a long night of fights ahead of us.
Round number 3.
How do you say round in Spanish?
I don't know. Roundo? I don't speak
Roundo
Spanish, dude.
Trace.
I could ask Siri.
Ladies and gentlemen, quick heads up. We had an emergency in the back. Doctor had to leave ringside. The fight will continue momentarily.
This would give the fighters time to get their tank.
That's all I got for now.
All right, we're about ready to get it started here again. Omar Reade versus Shayaan Khokhar getting started after a long delay after we lost our ringside position.
I like how they're fighting to music.
Yeah, the music's still playing, and these guys have taken a break, and it shows. Looks like we're getting the first round all over again.
Pretty much. Omar wasn't this explosive in the second round. So this break gave him a lot of opportunity to get his
Well, I
tank.
think he knows he's down 2 rounds right here, and I think he knows that he needs a finish, so he's trying to really explode on
keeping that
Shayaan.
right hand loaded.
Oh, and he's getting pat by Super Shayaan.
I'll move this up, brother.
Oh, yeah, of course. Omar now a little frozen.
Ooh.
Nice kick to the body. Nice switch kick. Oh,
Good
tries
catch.
to. Did he go for an axe kick there?
It looked like he went for a roundhouse. 1 minute to work.
Shayaan now switching again, doing a lot more switching in this last round than he was in the previous 2.
Another liver kick.
It's got to feel so weird to stop for that long and then start fighting again. I'm sure there's a little bit of an adjustment period. Only 50 seconds left in this bout now.
Surprised that they haven't done any knees, these guys being so long they are.
Yeah, I think that every time Shayaan gets in that knee, that close range distance, Omar just bails, and then vice versa. So they're just 2 guys that are looking to really avoid clinching more than anything, I think. And they know that knees lead to the clinch. And neither one of them is really charging forward anymore. There was a time where Shayaan could have really used some knees to the body to stop that charge from Omar, but Omar's not really fighting
I think Omar's
like that
been a little
anymore.
more active in this round.
Yeah, I would say so too. That exchange at the beginning seemed to favor him until that big
Nice
strike.
hook.
That was 3 clean ones from the prince of all Shayaans.
The round was certainly worth the wait, everybody.
And I would agree with Trevor Hayes, our in-ring announcer. That was an explosive 3rd round. Those guys were able to take a long rest, and they came out juiced to the gills, ready to throw down.
That was outstanding right there. Crowd going crazy.
Sam. You're lucky. It's because you're from New York.
Oily skin.
They
brother.
take one bite, and they're like, ugh. Why does this taste like garlic and marinara?
Oh, oh, Lord.
I'm going to New York next week, my friend.
Let me know,
The
brother.
home of Tony Loco Soto.
Yes, sir.
Are you from Brooklyn, sir?
Brooklyn, New York.
I will be staying in Brooklyn.
Give me
I'm
a
going.
call.
I'm going to the Peter Luger Steakhouse, one of my dreams.
Make sure you bring cash. Cash only.
Yeah, I know. I'm checking off an item on my bucket list and hitting up the Peter Luger Steakhouse for
Oh,
lunch.
phenomenal.
You've been there?
Oh, yes. Quite a few times.
It's a Brooklyn landmark. I would
Make reservations because you will not.
Yeah, I know.
Get a
I already
seat.
have them.
Oh,
So
beautiful.
you know, I'm a pro at this. You know.
You know I'm good with my steaks, brother. You know that.
Yeah, and I just want to go to where I feel like the best in the U.S. is. And from what I talked to a lot of people about it. It seems like they think that's the best one.
It is my second favorite steakhouse, to be honest.
What's your favorite as we sit here and wait for the decision with Omar and Shayaan?
Honestly, the best steak I ever had was actually in California at a little Mexican jump-off. And I was actually in, oh, man, I can't even get it out. I was in L.A. It was a little jump-off. And they gave me...
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a split
Oh,
decision.
man, another
The winner
split decision.
out of the blue corner.
Shayaan Khokhar
Shayaan
picking up the split
Khokhar.
decision.
Khokhar
Almost.
out of Elevate MMA.
I do not agree with a split decision, but
The curse of the split decision almost continued, but at the last moment, that 3rd judge came through with the reasonable scorecard for Shayaan Khokhar. Yeah, not sure. I think I had one of those rounds for Omar. I would
Yeah.
call it the 3rd round. But unless that judge was just scoring by the old Pride rules, the earlier rounds count the same as the later rounds, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, man.